Welcome back. In this lecture, we will learn to implement delta table specific operations. Delta table brings three unique operations to Apache Spark. One is deleting data from the delta table, updating data from the delta table, and merge statement. So how do we implement these? We want to learn it with an example. So let's start. As usual, I'll go to my workspace and I've set up a notebook for you to give a demo on the delta table operations. Let's attach a cluster, run the cleanup, and once cleanup is done, do some setup. So we have one delta table to work with. Basically, we want to learn how to delete, how to update, and how to merge. So once this is done, we will start. Good. So I have this delta table dev.demodb.people. What we want to do, we want to learn how to delete some records from this table using Spark SQL. So let's do it. You know, delete syntax in ANSI SQL. So same syntax works here. How do we do it? Delete, maybe from, and then give the table name. Don't forget to give some condition. So you delete only what you want to delete. So let's say first name equal to M David. I think M is capital. So we can write simple delete expressions in Spark SQL to do the delete from the delta table, and delta table supports delete operations. And one row deleted, so it's as simple. Similarly, you can use ANSI SQL syntax to update delta table or to merge one source data set into a target delta table. You can do all that using Spark SQL or ANSI SQL. I'm assuming that you already learned Spark SQL and you are familiar with the SQL syntax. So I'm not going to give you a demo for update and merge statements in Spark SQL. I'm assuming that you already know that. But one thing I want to highlight here is that delta table operations like delete, update, and merge are not available to us using data frame APIs. Spark data frame APIs do not have methods or approach to update, delete, or merge data into the delta table. So you cannot do it in Python. You can do it in Spark SQL, but we have another approach for doing it in Python. So if at all you have a requirement where you want to implement delete statement or update statement or merge statement using Python code, you don't want to use Spark SQL for that, you can do it using delta table APIs. So how to do that? Let's try to learn how to delete one record from the delta table using delta table API. We deleted one record using Spark SQL, but how to do it in Python? So for doing that, you have to import from delta, you have to import delta table, and delta table allows you to read delta format data or delta table and create a delta table object. And once you have the delta table object, you can implement delete, update, and merge on the delta table object. So let's create a people dt. This is going to be my delta table object, and I want to use delta table API for reading delta format data. It's not data frame API, right? And delta table gives me one method called from name. So this method allows us to read a delta table using the delta table name. The first argument for this method is a Spark session. We have to tell which Spark session to use, and then we have to tell which delta table, what is the delta table name. So we want to read the same delta table that we used earlier. So let's give a delta table name here. And this method will return a delta table object. It's not a data frame object, it's a delta table object. So now we have a delta table object, and using the delta table object I can implement delete. So let's do that. So you have a people.dt delta table object, and then on that object you can use delete method, and delete method takes the where condition for deleting. If you don't give where condition, the entire table is deleted. So let's give a where condition, maybe first name equal to a literal Abdul, and that's all. That's how you can write a delete statement on delta table using Python. We already know how to do it using a Spark SQL, but sometimes you may want to do it using Python. So this is the code. Sorry, it's not from name, it's for name. So let's try again. And it worked. Behind the scene, we deleted a record which has a first name equal to Abdul. How do we do update using delta table API? Again, if you have a delta table object like people.dt and you want to do an update, you can use update method, and update method takes condition and set, two parameters. So let's define some condition here. Condition equal to, and in double quotes you can give the condition statement. So let me copy a simple condition here. So we want to update all the records where birth date equal to this, and then next parameter is set. Set means what values do we want to set for this update, and that set you can give in a pair of curly braces where each field you can define with the comma separated value. So let's say set the first name to maybe what do we want to do? Let me import pyspark.sql.functions as f, and what I want to do, f dot init cap. So I want to use init cap function to first name itself. So what do we want to do? We want to set the first name with the init cap of the first name. That's one thing we want to do. We want to set one more thing, and that should be, let's do last name. Last name equal to maybe something similar, init cap of last name. Simple as that. So simple, you can use update statement like this if you want to do it in Python, or you can use Spark SQL. Functions has no attribute init cap. Sorry, it's init cap. That's all. You are done with the update. Similarly, if you want to do the merge using delta table API, you can do the merge also. We are assuming that you already know how to do the merge statement using SQL. It's pretty straightforward. So for merging, let's assume your delta table is target. You need some source, and from the source you will match records in the target, and when matched you want to take an action. If it is matched, do some update. When not matched, insert, or when matched, delete. All that you can do with the merge statement. So let's create one source data frame first, and then we can try merge statement. So this is the source data frame. I want to create a source df reading a JSON format data from this mounted location. I have already mounted this location, and this data set is already available at that mount point. So this is the source data set, and we want to match it in the target table. My table is like this, right? People DT. I've already created a delta table object on the people DT. So if you want to show it, you can convert it to df and then display. So let me display it once so we know what is there in the target. So we have 2 records in the target. We have 4 records in the source. 101, 104, 101, 104 should match. And if they match, we will update some values here. And 102 and 103 will not match. And if they are not matching, we want to insert them. There are few more differences. In the source, column name is ID. In target also, column name is ID. In the source, column name is fname, and in the target, column name is first name. Here it's lname, here it's last name. We have DOB here, and here we have birth date. So column names are different. So basically what we want to do, we want to write a merge statement using delta table API and merge this data into this table. So how to do it? We definitely start with the people DT, which is my delta table object, right? People DT, and then maybe give an alias to this. Let's call it TGT, which is target, right? And once we defined an alias for this, we can use merge method on the delta table, and merge method takes what is the source, and source is this data frame that I created, right? So we pass the source here, but I want to give an alias to the source also, and let's call it src. So that's my source for the merge, and then I need to give what is the join condition, on what basis we want to match the records from source to target. So we want to match it on the ID. So let me paste the condition here. It's very simple condition, source.id equal to target.id. That's my matching condition. Once we matched it, then we need to take action, and action could be when matched or when not matched. So let's start with the when matched. In when matched, you can do delete or you can do update, right? So let's do an update. When matched, then update. So we have a method for that, when matched update method, and this method also takes condition and set. It's similar to the update statement that we learned here, condition and set. Uh, or you can do when matched delete also. So let's say when matched delete. So let's say one matched delete, and we want to do one matched update also. So when matched delete, and we want to give some additional condition. It's not like that when matched delete. So we don't want to delete everything which is matched. We want to see when records are matched, we want to give some additional condition. If that condition also true, then only delete it. So you can give that condition here in the when matched delete, and condition can go in as a string. So let me put a simple condition here. Let's say we want to delete when records are matched and target first name is Kailash and target last name is Patil. So this is my target data set. So basically, if 104 is here, which is there, if 104 matches with the 104 and first name is Kailash and last name is Patil, then delete this record. So we want to delete that. Next, we want to update. So when matched, we want to update, but we don't want to update all the matching records. Maybe we want to give another condition. So let's put a condition here, equal to, and condition goes in a parenthesis. So let me copy a simple condition here, and it's like this. So when matched and target ID is 101, I mean this record, then what we want to do, we want to update, and for update we can give the set. And what do we want to set? Let me copy that. Set goes in a pair of curly braces, like we learned the set statement in the update method. Same way we have to give the set here. So what we want to set, target birth date should be equal to source.dob. So if record matches and the ID is 101, then this birth date should be updated with this birth date, right? So that's how we want to give an when matched update. You can also have an unconditional when matched update at the end. So let's add an unconditional when matched update at the end. So what it will do, we have 3 when matched. So when matched, we want to delete, but with an additional condition. If this condition is not satisfied, don't delete it. Look for the next operation. When matched, update with an additional condition. So if this condition is true, do this update. If this is also not satisfied, then come and update all the records unconditionally. And what do we want to do in the update? We want to set lot of columns. So let me paste here. I don't want to give condition to this. We simply give only set. What we want to set, target ID equal to source ID, target first name equal to source F name, target last name equal to source L name, target birth date equal to source DOB. That's what we want to update. And finally, maybe when not matched, insert, right? I want to insert, and which fields do we want to insert? So insert method takes a values argument, values, and values also go same way the set goes for update. So let me copy something here, and then I'll explain. So here it is. So values is target.id equal to source.id, first name equal to f name, target's last name equal to l name, birth date equal to tob. So we want to insert all the values from the source to the target. That's what we want to do. And once all is done, maybe at the end you can use execute. That's mandatory. So we do the execute, so this code will implement all this. That's how we can implement merge statement in delta tables using delta table API. That's the Python approach. Otherwise, we have a Spark SQL, which is an easy approach. So let me run this. Let's see if it runs. It worked, and we were trying to merge into this delta table, right? So what is the delta table? Let's query that. We created the delta table at the beginning. This is the delta table, which is my target. So let's query it and see what is the status after the merge. So after merge we have 4 records. Before merge we had 3 records, but 104 we wanted to delete, right? Kailash Patil, so this is gone. 101 is still there, maybe date of birth is updated, and 102 and 103, these 2 records were there in the source, which were new records, so they were not matched and hence they were inserted. So looks like it worked correctly. That's all about this lecture. We'll catch up again in the next lecture with some new techniques on delta tables. See you again. Keep learning and keep growing.